Harris. That's going to be his second. So now Jerry Green may make a decision to take Harris out to avoid that third foul right before the half, or does he leave him in?
I think he's got confidence in the junior, but, you know, then again, as I say that, Walker gets off the bench.
Harris Walker comes in for Tony Harris, and Harris will avoid picking up that third foul. 4 assists in the game already, though, for Harris Walker. No points for the 6'1 freshman from Chattanooga. Or is that Harris? It was Harris. No points, 4 assists for Harris. Rebounded by Ensminger on the miss.
And as I said before, another second chance opportunity for Miami.
Helmers with the fake. Oh, nice feed to Latunya. Fouled by Hathaway, and Latunya is going to draw 2 shots. That's number 2 on Charles.
Clash of the Titans there. You know, big bodies colliding. Good head and shoulders fake there. And a nice dish. And maybe it was a foul, maybe it wasn't.
Certainly Charles Hathaway didn't think it was. Latunya makes the first free throw.
And he's definitely not going to be happy now because Isaiah Victor's coming in the game and giving Charles a rest.
Latunya will get 1 more. If he makes it, he's got 4 for the game. He does. 4 points, 3 rebounds for Rafiloe Latunya. Higgins out front, down to 1:15 to go in the first half. Ron Slay back to Higgins.
Ron might have got away with a little travel there.
Yarbrough. Victor with a jam.
You know, you just can't teach that. I mean, that guy thought he was fouled on the play and went up strong and dunked it.
Mesta steps out of bounds. Tennessee's lead is 19. 9 points for Isaiah Victor. Here's another look.
Good dish from Vincent Yarbrough. Maybe he wasn't fouled, but anyway, he went up strong and dunked it.
Harris Walker with 46 seconds to go. First half. Ron Slay works the baseline. Fouled by Ensminger.
Ron Slay working hard once again. That's why he is the crowd favorite. He works so hard, establishes the post position, and gets a foul and goes to the line for an easy 2.
Ensminger gets his second foul. Ensminger, 6'6" junior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Academic All-American. In fact, he's a Scholastic Award winner. 3.74 grade point average in political science.
I'd like to have that same claim to fame there, but probably wasn't true for me.
Ensminger got a great career away from basketball when he decides to do something else. Wants to go into business. Ron Slay with a second shot. Rip, he hit a pair. Tennessee's lead 20. Biggest lead of the game for the Volunteers. And a timeout called by Miami of Ohio. Just to try to regroup before the half with 43.7 ticks of the clock left here in the first half of play. Well, the Volunteers have had a very good opening homestand. If they hang on to win this one, they'll be 5-0 as they head to Pittsburgh on Saturday. Play the Pitt Panthers. First road trip of the year. Tennessee's got a lot of freshmen, and I think Coach Jerry Green is going to be real anxious to see how those freshmen react to their first road trip of the year.
Tennessee's had a very opportune schedule right now. You know, they had the 5 games at home to get the freshmen a little playing time, and you know, I'm sure he is anxious to see what they can do in a hostile environment. Pitt is a very tough place to play, and I'm anxious to see what type of basketball team Tennessee is going to be. If they're going to be the one that comes out and does well tonight, or plays lackluster in the first half they've done in several games before.
Miami of Ohio brings it in now with 37 seconds left in the first half. Tennessee with a 20-point lead. Taylor, there's that double team. Slay and Yarbrough.
Tennessee
Victor.
Looks like they've gone to a 1-3-1 with Yarbrough the key.
Down to 9 on the shot clock. Mestis drops it back in the corner. Helmers off the left hand. It's there. Helmers gets the bucket. It's a 2. Tennessee down to 5 seconds. Harris Walker pulls up, misses. Slay hits the floor. No call. And the Volunteers are going to take an 18-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Tennessee jumping out to the lead, taking it, and then never trailing this half. Slay's okay as he gets up. He hit the floor pretty hard. Tennessee leading it by 18, 39-21. Stay with us. We'll be back to recap this first half for you in just a moment. Stay with us. Hamer. The Volunteers, of course, leading it by 18 here at halftime over Miami of Ohio. Tennessee ranked number 18 in the country and 4-0 on the year. The Volunteers jumped out to a big lead and maintained a 20-point lead in the latter part of the first half before they were able to take an 18-point lead here at intermission. The Volunteers, of course, leading it by 18. Time to take a look at our Adidas Athlete of the Week. Here's Bob Kessling with Isaiah Victor.
One of the key performers on this Tennessee team has been Isaiah Victor, almost averaging a double-double. I guess that's one thing you tried to be this year, Isaiah, a little more assertive in your game.
Yes, last year I thought I did pretty well as far as scoring and rebounding, but I thought since we were losing some good post players like Tory Harris, I thought maybe I need to step up a little bit more and assert myself more.
Did you work on shooting and working to be more aggressive this summer?
Yeah, I worked on being a lot more aggressive. Like I said, we're losing good scorers, Brandon Wharton, and I figured I could step in and score a few more points for us and get a few more rebounds.
You're not the biggest, strongest guy underneath. You're kind of long and lanky, but you're able now to try and use your body to get around and be more active in the post. And your quickness really helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, because usually I'm going to play against guys that are a lot bigger and a lot stronger than me, but that usually means that they're slower than me. So I just try to use my quickness and just basically I want the ball more than everybody else.
Have you learned some tricks of the trades, though, to score inside low?
Yeah, a few things CJ taught me. Just it's pretty much dirty stuff just to get in front of your man. Then once you get the ball, you can handle it from there.
It's all experience, though, isn't it?
Yeah, just knowing the game. I've been here for seemed like forever, but it's been 3 years, and I think I learned a lot over time.
Isaiah, this team's got a good blend of youth. It's got a good blend of experienced players, and it seemed like the chemistry's getting a lot better now.
Yeah, we got a lot better chemistry. We figured it'd get a lot better as the season progressed, and it has. I think we'll be where we need to be come SEC time.
You know, Isaiah, it seems like every night there's a different player that steps up and has a big game, and so there's not that one glaring big-time star on this team, but just a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think we're a good team, and that's a sign of a good team when you can have somebody step up and on any given night and be the man, and not just one person shining all the time.
Also, Isaiah, it's a good blend inside scoring and outside scoring, so you've got a lot of different weapons and a lot of different ways you can attack a team.
Yeah, well, you have to have that. All good teams have inside weapons and outside weapons. If you focus on the inside weapons, kind of like South Florida did, the outside weapons will kill you. Tony and Vincent playing good. Focus on the outside and the inside weapons to get you. So that's pretty much how it is.
It seems like you guys are having fun this year. I mean, you're playing well, you run up and down the floor, and very active.
Yeah, we're playing a very fun style of basketball. We're pressing, running, jumping around, and anytime you win, you're going to be having fun, period. So that's how it is, been winning.
Let's hope the fun keeps going. Good luck, Isaiah.
Thanks.
Isaiah Victor, one of the stars of this Tennessee basketball team. Let's go back to Randy Smith.
All right, thank you, Bob. Tennessee leading it by 18, 39-21 at halftime over the Red Hawks of Miami. Stay with us. We're back with more halftime from Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville right after this. Welcome back to halftime. Tennessee comfortably in front by 18, 39-21 over Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks. And Steve, good first half for Tennessee in this first half with Miami.
Great first half for Tennessee. I think Coach Green is very pleased at what's going on with this Tennessee basketball team right now. They're getting out, they're getting good shots, getting some good post-up positions in the first half. They're playing a well-rounded basketball game, and Coach Green is well pleased right now with what his basketball team is doing.
All right, the Vol Network now turns its attention to academics as we honor the Adidas Athlete of the Week. This week we salute sophomore guard Janice Grindstaff. Adidas is proud to recognize volunteer performance, tradition, and excellence, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom. Janice Grindstaff, this week's Adidas Athlete of the Week. The Volunteers comfortably in front of Miami of Ohio at halftime. It's an 18-point lead for Tennessee. Big first half by Vincent Yarbrough, a big first half by Isaiah Victor. We'll tell you how big it was later. We'll take a break and be back with more halftime coming up from Knoxville right after this. The Volunteers playing extremely well, perhaps their best all-around half of the season, as they lead the Miami Redhawks 39-21 here at intermission. Steve, one thing that you notice if you look at the stats, you'll see that Tennessee has not forced a lot of turnovers, but Miami of Ohio's had to work so hard to keep from turning it over. They're not shooting very well, only 27%.
Well, they're shooting 27%. Tennessee is nearly doubling that with a 52% clip. Tennessee is playing very well in the first half by shooting 52%. 3 of 9, not too good from the three-point line, but anytime you're forcing Miami to work so hard bringing the ball to the floor, you're doing a great job, and that's what they need.
Of course, Miami's got 11 offensive rebounds, but that happens a lot when you miss a lot of shots.
Yeah, and that they have done their share of. You know, by shooting 27%, they're giving Tennessee an opportunity to get away with this game, and that's what Miami wants. They want to stick around and have a chance to win a close basketball game down the stretch.
The Volunteers lead it by 18 here at halftime. Stay with us. We're back with more from Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee in just a moment. Miami's going to have to start shooting the ball a lot better, hitting only 27% in the first half if they're going to make a run at Tennessee.
Well, you know, by shooting 27%, you're not going to stay in very many basketball games, especially on the road. You know, I think they wanted to come out and play hard and try to stay close as long as they could, but, you know, that's not going to win very many basketball games.
Miami 1-1 on the year. Tennessee 4-0, looking for win number 5 to start the year. And as we told you, the Volunteers on the road Saturday at Pittsburgh, Saturday afternoon ball game.
Good tough matchup for Tennessee early. It's going to test them, and you know, Coach Greens, like I said before, is looking to see how his guys respond to adversity in a hostile environment.
Miami gets the ball to start the second half. As you look at Jerry Green in his 3rd season as the head coach of the Volunteers, we're underway here in Knoxville. Jason Stewart out front. Stewart, the first half had 6 points. Taylor led Miami of Ohio with 7. Yarbrough led Tennessee in all players with 13. Victor had 9.
Tennessee's once again come out with aggressive defense and trying to put the clamps on Miami, and already the shot clock is running out.
That'll be an offensive foul against number 53, Mike Insminger. That's his 3rd. He's their big banger inside, so that could be big down the stretch.
Like I mentioned before, depth could come into play down the stretch. Got a little shove there.
Yeah, if he makes that pick without putting his hands on him, he's okay. But
guys have to understand that you have to stand still to set a pick.
They tried the lob to C.J. Black. It wouldn't work. Miami of Ohio with the ball. Off the hands of Vincent Yarbrough, out of bounds. Miami of Ohio retains possession now with 19:09 to go in the ball game. This is Mestis. Jason Stewart, Mestis on the right, guarded by Harris. See if Tennessee can keep up this intensity defensively. Well, they let Stewart all the way in that time for the basket, making it a 16-point ball game.
That's a tough shot by Stewart, especially he turned around and looks up and sees Black in his face and still gets it up and over Black and in.
Higgins bounces it in the lane to Victor. Victor, a little soft floating shot is there.
Well, he had great post position. Anytime you get your feet set in the post like that, they have to give you the ball, and you turn around and went up strong and scored.
All the way, Taylor blocked by C.J. Black for the foul. I'm not so sure Taylor didn't walk.
I'm not so sure that wasn't a good block.
First foul on C.J. Black. Let's take another look.
They finally do a good job of breaking that press. I don't know. Clean block looks to me by C.J. Black.
Nevertheless, it puts Taylor on the line with 2 shots. First one rolls around, and it's there. 8 points for Taylor. Brian Reed comes in for the Red Hawks. Latunya will sit down. 2 for 2 for Anthony Taylor from the free throw line. Tony Harris, Victor trailing out front to Higgins. Black had his shot blocked partially by Insminger and into the hands of Brian Reed, number 31.
Good block by the big guy, Insminger. C.J. Black has to do a better job of going up stronger towards the basket, either drawing the foul or getting the two.
Taylor's open. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Victor. Tony Harris with it. Harris for 3. First bucket of the game for Tony Harris, and it's a 3.
You don't want to get this guy started. He could have another career night.
Well, they had 29 Monday because Tennessee needed him to score. They didn't necessarily need that as you look at the traveling violation against Miami. Tonight he's been dishing off, feeding the big men who have dominated the game up front.
You know, that was an unbelievable game the other night. 102-90. That's a pro score. That's not typical of a college basketball game.
Tony Harris works on the right, guarded by Reed, the freshman. Down low it goes to Victor. Yarbrough back into Black off the left hand, missed the shot, but CJ is going to get 2 shots.
Couldn't have moved Black with a boulder there. I mean, he was right under the basket, had his feet firmly planted. Look at that post-up position. I mean, he's right there. All he has to do is turn around and just throw it up. They could do nothing with that.
Black with 4 points on the night thus far, has a chance for 6 if he converts both of these. Black's a pretty good free throw shooter, 75%. Makes the first. Allendorf in for Miami, number 52. Seeing his first action, 6'10", 260, a junior.
Know the big body.
And try to do something to neutralize the height advantage for Tennessee. Victor gets the offensive glass. Back into Victor, spinning, shooting, missing. He's going to be fouled, and Victor will draw 2 shots.
Well, they're just posting that will right now in the post. Miami of Ohio has to do a better job of either fighting around or fronting the offensive player.
Two shots.
Victor gets 2 at the line for the Volunteers. Victor on the night had a pretty good ball game. Hasn't dominated play, but he's just played really well. Has 12 points now.
Well, he's a force to be reckoned with. He doesn't have to score. You know, he runs the floor and blocks shots, takes charges, does whatever Coach Green wants him to do.
1 out of 2 on 2 consecutive trips to the line. Tennessee's lead now, its largest at 21. Mestis all the way to the hoop. Tennessee bobbled it around. They knock it back outside to Taylor for 3. Missed it. Tip no good. C.J. Black comes down with a rebound.
Miami's doing a great job of attacking the offensive glass, though.
Higgins, a long 3. Rebounded on the backside by Mestis. Here come the Red Hawks. Blocked. Yarbrough just took it away from Stewart. Blocked it, picked it out of midair. Victor. Offensive foul, Isaiah Victor. Fouls on Tony Harris. That was away from the ball.
Away from the ball. They called him on a charge there, but I thought that he had released the ball.
Second team foul on Tennessee this half. Stewart against Black. Yarbrough thought about going after that one, but it went in.
Good tough shot.
Tennessee lead down to 19 again. Harris squares up for 3. Missed it. Rebounded by Taylor. Here comes Miami.
Harris looks to me as if he's trying to force his shot a little bit tonight, not let the game come to him.
Stewart down low to Allendorf. Back out to Stewart. Missed it. Victor just took it away from Allendorf. Harris quickly into the front court. Spinning, dropping it to Victor in the lane. Little 12-footer rolls around. Did an Indy 500 and drops in there.
Good shot by Isaiah Victor. Good tough shot.
5 assists now for Tony Harris. It's his first this half. Up front, this is Taylor working against Higgins now. We're down to 10 on the shot clock. 15 left in the game.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
You know, that's good defense. You know, anytime you can get a guy to dribble the ball for 5 seconds without passing it, you're doing a great job.
10 turnovers for Miami in the game. The Volunteers continue to turn up the heat defensively. Timeout. 15 minutes exactly left in the ballgame.
Your local Ford dealer.
Season highlight video is in production and will be available in time for Christmas. Vols 99 Intensity contains all the highlights from Tennessee's regular season, including big wins over Auburn, Georgia, Alabama, and Notre Dame. This final Vol video of the 90s arrives at most JCPenney stores in mid-December, or you can reserve your copy now by sending $19.99 plus $5 shipping to Intensity, care of the Vol Network Video, P.O. Box 11125, Knoxville 37939. Tony Harris with the basketball now for the Volunteers as Tennessee's lead is 21. Harris lost it. Arrows pointing to Tennessee. Volunteers get it back.
Tony Harris is working hard right now. Unfortunately, he's not getting the production that he's used to, but he's still working hard and going inside when he has to.
He's 1 out of 6 from the floor. That one was a three-pointer a couple of minutes ago. Higgins is open. Air ball into the hands of Victor. Picked up by Stewart. Here comes Miami.
Higgins had a similar start to the first half.
This is Stewart, or Taylor rather. Bestis with the ball for the Red Hawks. 14-15 to go in the ball game. Taylor works on Higgins. Taylor scoops it up. Picked up by C.J. Black.
Forcefully.
Harris, quick three. Off the lip, no good. Rebounded by Victor.
As I mentioned before, I think he's just kind of forcing the issue right now.
A lot of banging around down underneath. Victor with it now, back to Harris. A whistle and a foul. This one's going to be on Allendorf, the junior who just came in the lineup. Second foul on Allendorf as Tennessee makes mass substitutions. Hathaway for Victor. Walker for Harris. Slay coming in for Black.
Just another look at the depth that Tennessee has.
Harris Walker out between the circles now. Volunteers lead 21. Hathaway drops it off to Slay. He's hammered going in.
Good dish and good move going in strong by Ron Slay.
Ryan Edwards, number 33, gets the foul, his first for the Red Hawks, and Ron Slay goes to the line, as you see.
Got two coming.
Tennessee might also be getting ready to put a little firepower on the floor as Terrence Woods gets set to check in.
You know, anytime you have a chance to get some fresh bodies into the game and still not lose point production, it's good for the team.
There's Terrence Woods, hits 56% behind the three-point arc.
That's not too bad. You know, knocking down 56% of your three-point shots is really good, and you know, it's just another asset that he can bring as a freshman to the basketball team.
2 for 2 for Ron Slay. The Volunteer lead is 23 points.
That's great pressure by Tennessee. Great pressure. You know, he's fortunate to get the ball out.
There's a reach-in foul by Dale Baker. Second foul on Baker out near midcourt as Tennessee trapped him with Harris Walker and Dale Baker.
Tennessee did a great job of using that out of bounds line as a third defender. What you don't want to do is bail him out on that play.
Mestis against Harris Walker into the front court now. The Volunteer lead 23 points, their biggest. Taylor in the lane, quick left-hander by Stewart, off the side, no good, rebounded by Slay. Harris Walker, the lob, the miss. Walker dishes it back to Hathaway. He's clobbered, and he'll draw 2 shots.
Well, there's a lot of banging inside there now. Tennessee fans are pleased with the effort that Tennessee is giving them right now.
Foul is on Brian Edwards of Miami, his second foul, and that's going to send Charles Hathaway to the line.
That's good hustle by the Miami defender of getting back. But that leaves an opportunity for Hathaway here to go up strong and maybe dunk the basketball.
Hathaway looking for his first point of the night. Gets it as he hits the free throw. 2 rebounds on the night for Big Charles.
I think Coach Green is just looking for Charles to work hard, get rebounds, and score when there's an opportunity.
Hathaway, second shot, 2 for 2 for Charles Hathaway. Tennessee's lead now 25, and the Vols again turning up the heat defensively. Mestis gets it in. 3 minutes and 10 seconds since Miami last scored. It's a long dry spell.
They don't need that.
Mestis misses the 3, rebounded by Harris Walker. Walker, the 3, missed it. Long rebound chased down by Grunkemeyer, and here come the Red Hawks.
This is definitely the pace that Tennessee wants, however. Miami has to do a better job of slowing this tempo down.
Taylor in trouble in the corner. Grunkemeyer with an open 3. He got it. Not many open shots tonight for Miami. That one was, and Grunkemeyer took advantage.
Yeah, they haven't had an opportunity to get open shots, but, you know, knocking them down will help them down the stretch.
Harris Walker with the basketball, guarded by Mestis. We're down to 12:08 to go. Slay being guarded out front by Edwards, and then there's the foul.
Another hand check.
3 on Edwards. That's team foul number 7, so Tennessee will go to the 1-and-1. Ron Slay will go to the line.
And again, they're giving Tennessee easy opportunities from the line by getting the 7th foul with 12 minutes left to go in the second half.
Miami 6 of 7 from the line. Tennessee now 16 of 21. Pretty good night from the free throw line for the Volunteers. That one misses. Well,
shooter's touch again.
Shooter's touch. That one kicked off to the left and somehow made it back in.
My golf game is like that.
Slay will get one more, and I bet he swishes this one. This one's going to be perfect. Told you.
You know, there's such thing as a jinx, but I guess you've overcome that.
Taylor into the front court. Tennessee's lead 24. Taylor for 3. Swish. Taylor can light it up.
Yes, he can.
Harris Walker is a little too much contact from Mestis. Rob Mestis gets the foul.
Looks to me as the referees again are establishing the fact that they're not going to let the defenders put their hands on the other body and try to slow them down.
Second foul on Mestis. Vegas Davis back into the lineup now for Tennessee. And Walker still looking for his first points on the night at the free throw line. That one's there.
I think Tennessee will take these easy opportunities all day if they have to win this basketball game.
Walker with a second of 2. That one rims out. Allendorf gets the rebound. 1 out of 2 on that trip for Harris Walker. The Tennessee lead is 22. Mestis working against Walker on the right, knocked out of bounds by Del Baker. And with that, we'll take a timeout. 11:23 to go in the ballgame. Tennessee is not letting it up at all. The pedal is to the metal. The Volunteers by 22. Have 11:23 left in this game. Miami of Ohio plays it in. And there's a blocking foul against Harris Walker. And Steve, like you said, the officials are not going to let him have any contact at all.
Well, it's up to the players to adjust. You know, they're seeing how the game is being called, and the players have to do a better job of adjusting and getting their hands off.
Foul number 1 on Walker. Taylor, nice play by Mestis. That pass was intended for Edwards, but Mestis saved it from going out of bounds.
Tennessee's doing a great job of playing good defense, though. If they can just keep their hands off, maintain positioning, I think they'll be okay.
Inbounds to Mestis. Taylor out front, guarded by Davis. Grunkemeier's open. Swish. Tell you what, when he gets open, he can light it up.
Is he now 3 for 3?
We'll check it. I believe he is. I don't believe he's missed one this half. Yarbrough. Volunteer lead down to 19. Nice jumper by Vincent Yarbrough, who had not scored for a while. He had 13 all in the first half and all in the first 10 minutes of the ball game.
You know, I think he was letting the other players step up and have an opportunity to play well in the basketball game, but I think he has to take it upon himself right now to get this team going again.
Blocking foul against Tennessee's Vegas Davis. Team foul number 5 on the Volunteers this half, and that's only number 1 on Davis. Inbounds to Mestis. Harris Walker's checking him. Here's Grunkemeyer. Quick 3. Yes. Somebody better guard it. Shooter's in the house.
He is definitely in the house and knocking him down at that.
Ron Slay out front. He'll fire one and miss it. Yarbrough got the rebound. Forces it back up and in.
You know, there were 3 guys around him when he dribbled the ball, and he went up and there was nobody there. He just jumped over everybody and put it in.
17 for Vincent Yarbrough, including the last 4 Tennessee points. He's been a streak shooter tonight. This is Taylor, guarded by Walker. Got in a little trouble. There's that wide open Grunkemeyer, and he's hit 3 in a row.
Somebody might want to get a hand in that guy's face.
The Tennessee lead down to 18 after another 3 by Grunkemeyer, who's got 13. 1 free throw and 4 threes. He's at 11 this half. There's a foul. Foul's on Taylor. Oh, it's on Allendorf. Allendorf gets his second foul. Harris Walker goes to the line with a 1-and-1.
You know, if I'm choosing teams, I think I want number 3 in red on my team.
If he's not on your team, you better find somebody to put a hand in his face, because he will flat light it up for you.
Yes, he will.
Walker, the first free throw is there. Tennessee's lead 19 again with 9:29 to go in the ball game. 2 points now, Harris Walker. Walker will get one more. Missed it. Mestis with a rebound.
I wonder who they're looking for on this end.
Well, they got Vegas Davis guarding Grunkemeyer, but Grunkemeyer's been playing off some picks and getting wide open. In the first half, though, Steve, Miami was running some of the same plays, picking for the shooters, but shooters still weren't open. Tennessee really scrapping to get to the ball.
They weren't open, and when they were open, they weren't doing a good job of knocking it down.
Grunkemeyer 4 of 4 this half.
Tennessee has definitely lost some of its intensity on defense.
C.J. Black comes out to get Grunkemeyer. Grunkemeyer in the lane. Running one-hander, missed it. Grunkemeyer gets the rebound. Blocked. Allendorf follows it in. A little bit of that garbage we were talking about.
A little more garbage. Grunkemeyer is just a one-man wrecking crew right now. You know, he's putting up shot after shot. That one missed, but it was put in.
First 2 points of the game for Allendorf. C.J. Black and Allendorf tangle on the floor going after the ball. Foul is on Allendorf, his third. It comes at the 8:42 mark. Here's a look.
As I mentioned before, Miami has to do a better job of fighting around and not letting those easy passes get into the post.
C.J. Black at the line. 2 shots.
5 points, 6 rebounds for C.J. Black. Now with 6 points as the Volunteer lead back to 18, 61-43. Black again. Tennessee goes 1 for 2, and the rebound taken off by Stewart.
That doesn't bode well for Tennessee because you know they're going to get fouled down the stretch. And what you want to do is make the team pay by hitting both free throws.
Pass knocked loose. Allendorf picks it up, rolls it in. 4 for Allendorf. The lead down to 16 now, 61-45. Still a lot of time left, 8:20 to go. And you got somebody like Grunkemeyer who can hit that long three. You're not out of any ball game.
Definitely. I think that coach has some plays, especially designed for Grunkemeyer. So you know he's going to get more shots down the stretch.
Isaiah Victor will come back into the Tennessee lineup. That ball knocked out of bounds. Volunteers get it back. Marcus Hayslip will sit down. Vegas Davis. Foul is on Grunkemeyer. Holding Higgins.
That's about all wrong that he's done tonight there.
Grunkemeyer bears a striking resemblance to Brett Favre.
I can see that.
See that?
I can see that.
2 shots.
Higgins will swish the first free throw. 7 points in the game for freshman John Higgins. It's more than his average of 6.8. Tennessee again only converts 50% from the free throw line down the stretch of the second half. That could come back to burn. Stewart misses the dunk. The long rebound by Davis. Tennessee's got 3 on 3. Davis pulls up, gives it to Higgins.
Got to admire the guy, though, for going strong to the basket. Not a good feed-in pass to the post.
Mestis lost the basketball. Finally gets it in to Stewart. Miami of Ohio's not going away. 17-point lead, and the Redhawks with the ball.
You know, if I'm Miami of Ohio, I'm running Grunkemeyer off for several screens, or I'm just taking the jumper in the post and knocking it down.
Brian Edwards gets the jumper just like that. They've cut 24 down to 15, 62-47. Higgins. Black out front. Yes, C.J. Black knocks the big one down for Tennessee with 7 minutes to go.
Coach Green's looking for a little more intensity on his defense on this end.
Grunkemeyer, who else? Rips another 3.
Definitely not playing well on defense. It's leaving people wide open.
16 points for Grunkemeyer. Went 2 at halftime. Said what, 5 threes this half? Tony Harris down to 10 on the shot clock, guarded by Mestis. Harris with a 3. That one won't go. Victor tapped the rebound off the foot of Richards into the hand of Mestis.
Miami of Ohio is definitely forcing Tennessee to take tougher shots.
Give and go down the lane. Goaltending. I don't know who called that first, the official or Charlie Coles, but it was called nevertheless. With that, we'll take a timeout. Tennessee's lead is down to 12 with 5:57 to go. We're back to Thompson Bowling Arena in just a moment. Well, if you're Charlie Coles of Miami of Ohio, you got to be pleased with your effort from this basketball team by not quitting. Of how it turns out, you got to be pleased with what this team has done over the last 6-7 minutes.
Well, if I'm Charlie Coles, there's one thing on my mind. That's getting Grunkemeyer the ball and giving him an opportunity to score whichever way he can.
Miami of Ohio has hit 8 of their last 11 field goal attempts over the last 5 minutes, and they've cut 24 down to 12. Cut that lead in half, and with 5:57 to go, it's still a basketball game.
Well, they're shooting a smidget better than 27%, and that's what's keeping them back in the basketball game.
Tennessee will bring it up. Tony Harris. Mestis picks him up. Now, Mestis has done a heck of a job defensively on him. He had 29 Monday. Harris only 3 tonight.
Well, you know, that was a key matchup there, and they're both doing a good job of shutting one another down.
Foul is on Brian Edwards. That's 4 on him. The junior from Detroit, 6'7". And C.J. Black goes to the line. Something that's made this comeback worse for Tennessee is the fact that they're not hitting their free throws very well. They're only hitting 1 out of 2. About 4 straight times they had 1 out of 2 each time down.
As I mentioned before, you know, that can come back to bite you a little bit if you don't start making your free throws 2 at a time instead of 1 out of 2.
C.J. Black does, and that's big. Tennessee now 24 of 33 from the line for the game, but they did very well in the first half. Just that stretch when Miami started the comeback, but Tennessee was not able to cash in from Charity Lane. Ensminger with a basketball. Jason Stewart hammered and knocked to the floor by C.J. Black, and Stewart's going to get 2 shots. But Stewart's not in any hurry getting up.
Well, I wouldn't be either running into C.J. Black.
C.J.'s such a physical player, just his presence on the floor.
Well, you know, more so than anything, got him with the hip, and the guy went flying. So what does that say for C.J. Black?
Jason Stewart at the line for Miami of Ohio. Misses. And if you're the Redhawks, you've got to really cash in on those opportunities. Pretty nice game for Stewart. 12 points, 4 rebounds. Missed a pair. Victor with a rebound.
That definitely hurt. When you're trying to catch up on the road, you definitely need to knock down your free throws.
Yarborough had it taken away by Stewart, then the reach-in foul by Yarborough. Second foul on Vincent. That will send Miami of Ohio back to the line with another 1-and-1.
Harris Walker returns for Tennessee.
11 turnovers in the game now for the Volunteers. Jason Stewart goes back to the line. Harris Walker comes in for Vincent Yarborough. So Tennessee going with a little more quickness. And Stewart makes this one after missing 2 a moment ago.
I'm going to go out on the line here and say that he swishes this next one.
You were right.
It wasn't a swish, but
He made it, though.
He made it.
Count. 2 for 2 for Stewart after missing 2 the previous trip down the floor. Tennessee's lead a dozen again as Harris Walker brings it into the front court with 5:05 to go. Walker back out to Higgins. C.J. Black with it now. On the block to Victor. Foul on Mike Ensminger. And for Ensminger, that's going to be number 5, and he's out of here.
I think the fans are going to give him a good send-off here.
0 points, 6 rebounds for Ensminger. Let's take a look.
Well, you know, it's just like I keep mentioning time and time again. You know, they're not doing a good job of fighting around the post. And if you come in late, more times than not, you're going to get whistled for the call.
Isaiah Victor. 14 points, 9 rebounds. Pretty good night's work for Victor so far. Second shot there. 67-54. Tennessee lead is 13.
But again, you know, it's a 1 out of 2 from the free throw line.
Tennessee 5 of their last 9 free throw attempts in the ballgame.
Tennessee. Placing one.
Grunkemeyer works it into Mestis. Here come the Red Hawks. Grunkemeyer wide open. Just like that, it's a 10-point game, and there's a lot of time in this thing, folks. 18 for Grunkemeyer, 16 of them coming this half.
Well, you know, I saw some confusion there early on in the Tennessee defensive stand, and you can't have that when Grunkemeyer's in the game.
C.J. Black did a great job of switching the ball to his left hand and getting the layup.
I want to say congratulations to C.J. Black for the newest member of the 1,000-point club as well.
Of which you are a member also, aren't you?
Proud member.
Yes. Grunkemeyer missed it. Black had the rebound taken away into the hands of Higgins. Harris lost the ball. Great job of just getting the ball over to Vincent Yarbrough.
How did he do that?
I thought that ball was headed outside, out of bounds. Yarbrough up and in. Vincent Yarbrough for Tennessee with 19. And a timeout for Miami. A 30-second visit with his team for Charlie Coles, who's reading them the riot act at the moment. 14-point lead for the Volunteers. Here's a look.
Here's a shot by Black from the top of the key. And you know what? This could be considered a little more garbage for the Tennessee basketball team. That was a gimme.
19 points on the night for Vincent Yarbrough. 6 rebounds. The Volunteers' biggest lead was 24 at one time. They led by 18 at the half.
I think Miami has one good run left in them with about 4 minutes left, and they better do it now.
Tennessee trying to go to 5-0 on the year. Opening up with their first 5 games of the year at home. It's been helpful with a young group of freshmen. On the block, Allendorf spinning, missing. Rebounded by Higgins.
Terrific move, though, down low.
Miami of Ohio in the Sweet 16 a year ago lost 2 of their all-time leading scorers, including Wally Zerbiak. Everybody knows about him. We talked about that at the top of the program, but this team's going to be tough in the Mid-American Conference. Tennessee has tried that pass several times tonight. I don't believe they've done it yet. That one out of bounds. It belongs to Miami with 3:06 to go. Do the Red Hawks have that one last run left? We'll find out in a moment. Stay with us.
Look at that truck.
It's Ford. Contains all the highlights from Tennessee's regular season, including the big wins over Auburn, Georgia, Alabama, and Notre Dame. This final Vol video of the 90s arrives at most JCPenney stores in mid-December. Or you can reserve your copy now by sending $19.99 plus $5 shipping to Intensity, care of the Vol Network Video, P.O. Box 11125, Knoxville, Tennessee 37939. Keep your Big Orange video library up to date with Vols 99 Intensity. Quite a year, for quite a pair of years for Tennessee football. Quarterback T. Martin, team 13-0 last year, 9-2, 22-2, not bad.
I want to also say that I think those guys are playing well enough to play for the national title.
Yeah, that kind of makes you wish there was a playoff, because I think Tennessee is as good as anybody right now. Mestis fires it up over Black at short. Black got that hand in the face of Mestis. Tennessee gets the basketball. Harris with the ball out front. Tennessee being deliberate now with a lead of 14. Miami of Ohio chopped it to 10 a moment ago, but the Volunteers have pushed it back to 14.
Tennessee's really not any type of hurry. He's going to use up all of his shot clock, and here's the catalyst right here and getting a good shot, and bingo.
Tony Harris. That foot just inside the line. That's 5 points for Tony Harris.
That really hurts when the team uses all the shot clock and gets a good basket.
Timeout, Miami. 1:53 to go in the ball game, and the Volunteer lead back up to 16.
You know, that shot might have been the proverbial nail in the coffin.
Let's take another look at Harris's second field goal of the ball game.
Tony Harris just did a good job of utilizing all the clock, pulling up, and nothing but bottom.
5 points, 5 assists for Tony Harris for the night. Nothing to compare with the 29 he got on Monday, but Tony Harris does for Jerry Green what needs to be done at the present time, and tonight he did that job.
Well, you know, there's that old saying that there's no I in team.
Right.
And, you know, putting 5 points up is no big deal when especially Tennessee gets a win.
Inbounds it comes to Mestis. Mestis in the left corner. Stewart. Down to 1:42 on the clock.
You know, you got to wonder why Grunkemeier's not in the game.
The layup by Taylor is there. That is a good question. He's only knocked down 5 threes this half. Maybe hurt. They're attending to him over there on the sideline. Tennessee working that clock down to 1:13 to go. The Volunteers headed to victory number 5 in 5 starts here on the season. Tony Harris fouled by Mestis. There's the reach in, and Harris goes to the line with 2 shots.
Well, now that's something that you don't want to do if you're mindful how you've seen that he's used up all of the clock. You don't want to foul him with 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Tony Harris at the line, shooting 2.
Harris goes to the line with 5 points for the Volunteers tonight. It's the first shot. 6 points for Tony. And some of the crowd are getting to file out here at Thompson Bowling Arena, feeling that things are in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I think that they are definitely in good shape. Miami didn't have that last run that I thought that they would.
1 minute left. Tennessee's front court has accounted for 48 points. That's 64% of Tennessee's point production tonight.
That just goes to show that Tennessee can hurt you both inside and out on any given night.
Harris works the clock out front. Down to 37 ticks on the clock for the game. Tennessee going to be 5-0 as they head to Pittsburgh. Harris, a long 3. It's there. Tony Harris has caught fire this half. And a timeout. Don't know who called it.
Don't know why they called it.
Tony Harris with 10 points now. He's in double figures after getting 0 in the first half.
Well, my friend, it's been a great you again.
Certainly. Enjoy it. Tennessee going to be an exciting basketball team, and if the Volunteer fans want to see a good, solid basketball team, it's going to create a lot of excitement at Thompson Bowling Arena. They need to come out and watch them play.
Tennessee fans are excited about seeing effort once again here in the arena, and they're definitely getting that.
There's Stewart for 3 off the left hand, misses it. 8 seconds to go. Higgins, he launches an NBA 3, missed it. Stewart with a rebound, and that's the ball game. The Tennessee Volunteers now 5-0 on the year as they claim a 78-59 win over the Red Hawks of Miami of Ohio. The Volunteers hit the road. They'll be at Pittsburgh Saturday afternoon. A big win for Tennessee tonight. We're back to wrap it up in a moment. That won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light. Tennessee wins over Miami of Ohio tonight, 78-59. Isaiah Victor with 15, Vincent Yarbrough with 19. The Volunteers, as we said, Steve, going to be a very exciting basketball team.
That they are. They came out and played well and set themselves for a good game early tonight. And this is what's needed for every game of the season. If Tennessee continues to play like this, they could go a long ways in the tournament. Defensive intensity was the key for Tennessee in the first half, holding Miami to 27% from the floor. For the game, Miami heated up to only 37%, but Grunkemeyer had a lot to say about that with 19 points for Miami. The Volunteers are 5-0. They'll be at Pittsburgh Saturday afternoon to take on the Pitt Panthers. Once again, your final score here in Knoxville tonight. Tennessee 78, Miami of Ohio 59. For Steve Hamer, this is Randy Smith. Good night, everybody.
Hey!